Seven Hills, and best of the others, Alpha Trays and Fairy Tale. Good night too at Moonee Valley. The Grass Track Championship about to be decided, and we've got the Youthful Stakes for the 2-year-old later in the night, race number 8. Okay, gee, there's not many in the market here. Baltimore Sunset's at 12, Break and Enter 5.10, Vino at 3.40, Dan's Mate at 10, and Seven Hills at 9.50. In the first, Dan has gone for 14, Seven Hills to beat 10, Break and Enter, and 12, Dan's Mate. First event over 2040, it's the Grass Track Championship. Ascot race 5, weights right for 6, 8 and 2. The trifecta paid $107.90 and it's right to pay. And at Albion Park, the all clear is through on race number 2 for 7, 6 and 9, with the trifecta paying $157.90, winner rating 2 minutes and 1/10. Meanwhile, Maitland, the all clear sections
of the first event. It's the National Grass Track Championship, 2,040 metres, a C5 or better, and they're lining up. Favourite is Vino, number 11, at 3.50. 10 Break and Enter at 4.30. 12 Dan's Mate trimming up now into $6.40. And then $8.70, number 14, Seven Hills. Tapes brought across. And they're just about ready to go. Tapes release and away they go. Fairy Tale had galloped away, got in the way of Vino there, and Vino was probably lucky to get around it. Stepping away well, Pirate's Treasure, and away fast also was It's the Captain. The Tasmanians up vying for the lead, but Pirate's Treasure will keep it out. Right up there was Carilla Conquest. Fourth on the inside, Baltimore Sunset, then Break and Enter had a good beginning, so did Dan's Mate, then Alpha Trays. Getting up along the inside was All Saints, then the favourite Vino. Fairy Tale next on the inside, so it's starting to make some ground. It's fourth last on settling from Stylish Night, Seven Hills, and Soaky Special is last as they go to the 1,600 metres now, and the leader is Pirate's Treasure. On its outside is It's the Captain, third Baltimore Sunset, and fourth Carilla Conquest. And then about 15 metres away, Break and Enter in fifth spot. All Saints on the inside of Dan's Mate. And then Alpha Trays outside of Fairy Tale. Next is Vino from Stylish Night, Soaky Special. And Seven Hills at the back of the field, a long way from the lead as they go to the turn at the 1,300. The leader now is It's the Captain. It pressed on and finally hit it off, Pirate's Treasure. So It's the Captain in the lead. Carilla Conquest goes up to second. And now Break and Enter into a beautiful position as fourth in the 1-1. Fifth on the rails, Baltimore Sunset. Around it was Dan's Mate, so it's 3 back in the running line. Next is All Saints. Around All Saints was Alpha Trays. Now moving out 3 wide was Vino. Then came Fairy Tale, who's on the inside of Stylish Night. Second last is Soaky Special, and Seven Hills is back last. They head towards the 1,000 metres. The sectionals were 34.1 the lead time. First quarter 32.8. And they're heading to the 800 now. The leader is It's the Captain from Carilla Conquest. Break and Enter had left the 1-1 to go up into third spot. Fourth is Pirate's Treasure. And then came Dan's Mate. Vino around the outside is starting to move into it. Baltimore Sunset is right up there as they start to jam up now. The next section in 29.1, and they're well bunched with 600 metres left to travel. And Break and Enter out wide has taken up the running now. It's Break and Enter in front of Carilla Conquest. It's the Captain. Dan's Mate's right up there as well. Vino's right off the track but going nowhere at the moment. It's Dan's Mate and Break and Enter together, and kicking back on the inside, It's the Captain. Pirate's Treasure going okay, can't get out. Vino's dropped out of the race as they come to the turn, so Seven Hills for that matter. And around the bend, it's Dan's Mate in front. Pirate's Treasure's trying to get out. It's the Captain with the inside running. Baltimore Sunset next. Break and Enter's dropped out of it. Into the straight though. Dan's Mate went to the lead. Baltimore Sunset's after it. Pirate's Treasure can't get out. The leader is Dan's Mate. Baltimore Sunset after it. Now Pirate's Treasure into the clear. Baltimore Sunset, Dan's Mate and Pirate's Treasure. Baltimore Sunset, Dan's Mate kicking back. Oh, Dan's Mate. Dan's Mate's kick back. It could well have beaten Baltimore Sunset and Pirate's Treasure. Then came It's the Captain. They were well in front of the others. Next came Fairy Tale from Carilla Conquest, All Saints, Stylish Night. And the back markers all lost a leg from the halfway point. Vino, Break and Enter, Seven Hills. Alpha Trays, Soaky Special out towards the tail end of the field. And number 12 gets it, Dan's Mate, Grant Campbell. Fought on determinedly to beat number 2, Baltimore Sunset, who clearly headed it, and Pirate's Treasure number 1. So it's 12-2-1. Yeah, they all dropped off like flies. Break and Enter and Vino, they just were beaten almost as quickly as they went up towards the leading division. It's only Dan's mate that kept going. And
Kept going, he did. 5.50 and 2.20. Balcomore Sunset and Pirates Treasure filling the mine.
This is kindly donated by stallion owners, 35 in all stallions, and the line is complete now. Miss Torpego is locked away. The starter is up at the 1400 metre mark. They're set to go. Light is on. There they go. They're off and racing in the Matchmaker Classic, and National Silk missed the start. She'll settle back towards the rear of the field, but she's hard ridden to improve a spot. The favourite, Twilight Spy, began fast but immediately restrained. Metal Maiden around the outside, and Miss Torpego going very quickly from Repertoire. Torrelosa just off those from Mascara and Express Fair. Back behind those, Hide the Halo and Dante's Callista from Lulu Guai, who's deeper. Midas Rose, Dedicated Misses getting back in the field with National Silk, and Opal Bridges at the rear of the field. It's Miss Torpego the leader, a length on Repertoire to second. Third, the inside Metal Maiden from Twilight Spy, who landed into the box seat. Around her outside goes Express Fair. Back on the inside, Torrelosa, Mascara, Lulu Guai is three deeper. Back on the fence to Hide the Halo, the centre, Dante's Callista from the grey, Midas Rosa. National Silk back third last and bailed away on the fence from Opal Bridge, and Dedicated Miss with the job ahead of it is last of all in the field of 14 as they race towards the bend in the Matchmaker Classic, and Miss Torpego snuck away a length and a half on Repertoire. Metal Maiden is sneaky up on the inside. Twilight Spy about to go forward for Peter Nucky. Torrelosa, Mascara, Express Fair from Luluguay, Dante's Callista, and National Silk is back on the inside, but Miss Torpego still a length on Metal Maiden, called upon and comes quickly. Twilight Spy starting to struggle under the big weight, and then Mascara, Metal Maiden and Miss Torpego and Hide the Halo. Twilight Spy is coming again, but Metal Maiden will win the Matchmaker. Metal Maiden beats Twilight Spy. A terrific run. She battled on very hard in the straight with Hide the Halo and Miss Torpego, and National Silk was running on strongly with Mascara, Dante's Callista, Opal Bridge, then Dedicated Miss, Express Fair, Luluguay, Midas Rose, Repertoire, and Torrelosa is back at the rear of the field.
Number 10, Metal Maiden for Willie Arnold, 12.90 and 3.90. Possibly 1 second, Twilight Spy. And in fact, it's photos all round for the minor placing, so we'll leave it at 10 and a photo. After race number 6, the judge will have a look at his Kodak, and we'll confirm those numbers shortly. Wentworth race 1 in 7 minutes. Ryan's County heading the ratings ahead of Keto Sue, Winsome Hero and Laurel's Way, 7, 1, 6 and 9. Keto Sue's at 5.20. Quick Steps Leo 8.60, 5.60 for BJ Ismer. 26 Molten Sugar, Winsome Hero 10, 2.60 and Fave, Ryan's County. Kath the Flash at 15 and Laurel's Way coming into box 2 at 9.30.
Up at $8 is the second favourite, awesomely at $14, impressive last week. And so is Jack Fox, who missed the start, is ODM, but looks to have plenty of ability as well. Moving up, race 2, the Victoria Harness Racing Club Cup, a $15,000 event. It's been won by some good horses over the years. 1979 Rhett, Gamelite and 80. Man of the Moment 83, Quite Famous as a winner. Another Bart, Rockley Victory, Galarian, Chokin, Golden Rain, Patchwood Star, Il Rapido, Warwick Lad, Sky Strike, Oscar Levant, Tromos, last year's star bonus. Just about ready. Jack Fox is about 10 metres behind. Set for the second event. Green lights on, they're racing. Favourite driven for speed, Lombo La Fifi, but there was a few others that came out with it, including What About 50, who'll go over to the pegs, but he'll hand up to the favourite, and Lombo La Fifi takes up the running. What About 50 second, up to third, Dance to Victory's 3 out, goes Oh Boy in the middle, and Bailed Up's over on the pegs, about 10 metres away than to Bob Dylan, awesomely second last, and Jack Fox has settled down at the tail of the field. But the outstanding filly, Lombo La Fifi, is the leader. Going into the back of the 1700, settles 5 metres in front, What About 50 in second spot. Goes Oh Boy's third, but it's racing without cover, and Bailed Up fourth on the inside of Dance to Victory. Next is Bob Dylan, awesomely around it, and 8 metres away, Jack Fox. Lead time in 36 seconds. A comfortable lead time for Lombo La Fifi. And it's 4 metres in front with Gozo Boy second. What About 50 third on the inside, and Dance to Victory's in fourth spot. Next is Bailed Up. It's 3 back along the pegs. Awesomely third last, and then Bob Dylan, and Jack Fox is last. Approaching the 1200 metres, and the leader is Lombo La Fifi, going for her 22nd win from 25 starts, and goes through the first quarter of the last mile in 30.7. So she's picked it up a bit. Lombo La Fifi with Chris Alford, 1100 left to travel, and it leads by 2 metres on Gozo Boy. What About 50 third, Dance to Victory was around it. Next is Bailed Up. It's 3 back the inside, around it awesomely, and then Bob Dylan on the pegs, and Jack Fox around it with a circuit left to travel. Lombo La Fifi is on top. She's 3 metres in front of Gozo Boy as they swing out of the straight. What About 50 on the pegs is running third. Dance to Victory, the bolter fourth. Then Bailed Up, 3 back the inside from Awesomely. Then Bob Dylan and Jack Fox is last. 31.5 is the second quarter, and going into the back the final time, Lombo La Fifi has it by 4 metres on Gozo Boy and What About 50. Dance to Victory fourth, no moves yet. Bailed Up fifth, then Awesomely Bob Dylan and Jack Fox is last of all. Lombo La Fifi just starts to sneak away though, 500 left to travel, and she's clear by 5 metres. What About 50 second, Gozo Boy third the outside, and then came Bailed Up. Next is Dance to Victory from Awesomely, about to go now. Heading off the back in 30.1 the third quarter. Lombo La Fifi held together, 3 metres to Gozo Boy. Awesomely sprints up wide, quickly went up into third spot and now goes to second. Lombo La Fifi leads into the straight, 5 metres away, Awesomely giving chase. Then What About 50, but now shaken up Lombo La Fifi, and she bounded away. Here comes another win for this outstanding 3-year-old filly. Lombo La Fifi drawing away and wins another one very easily. Lombo La Fifi first, What About 50 a nose in front of Awesomely for second, and then came Bailed Up. Next time Jack Fox, and then Bob Dylan, Dance to Victory and Gozo Boy. Final quarter 28.3.
Yeah, she's something pretty special, isn't she, Lombo La Fifi? What About 50 and Awesomely doing the chasing at the end, but all to no avail as they go to the boxes at the Meadows. Toowoomba race 5 coming up in 2 minutes, and Cupid Dole is in 3.5 points now to 4.20. River Affair at 7.50 and Iron Ore 7.60.
And Dandon for Brian Gath. He's already driven a winner here tonight. Bond Billy Fella, outside of the 10-metre handicaps. His form is very good for this race. Adela's Dash, the favourite. She's on the second row of the 10-metre handicap as Adela's Dash. She's the favourite on course. She's going to start in the middle of that section. Now, Young Pointer's a bit fractious. Craig Demler asked for help. Is being led up now. Homer Hawk at big odds. And the back markers are 2 figures in the betting ring. Adela's Dash stood at the start. She's lost ground at the start. She came out galloping, and the favourite's going to be last early. Power of Kuma leads away. Something About Maori's kicking through in the centre, and out 3 wide as Opal Invasion around the first turn, and Dandon is 4 wide. Adela's Dash is out of the race, and Something About Mary galloped around the first turn. Chinisian goes to third along the inside, and Dandon slots 1-1. Opal Invasion might go up and attack the leader. Right behind them is Crown of Glory. Then in behind those, in around about 6th placing, was Keystone Johnny. And the speed is on, and 2 of the favoured runners are out of the race. That's Something About Mary and Adela's Dash, and Opal Invasion is going to slide to the front. Keystone Johnny, he's in 6th placing. About 15 metres behind him was Mr. Roberts, a similar margin to Bon Billy Fella. Homer Hawk is on the inside. Young Pointer on its outside. Then in turn behind those, Sterling Kiwi and Jerawara were looking around about 40 metres to Something About Mary. Her race is over, and so is Adela's Dash. She's 100 metres behind those, but not over for the lead. Though it's Opal Invasion coming into the front straight, heading towards a winning pace with 2 to go, but Dandon goes up to attack. Gath tries to take the leader on. Right behind them was Power of Kuma. Crown of Glory's got 1-1. Chinisian 3 back the inside, and Keystone Johnny, he's nice and handy. Mr. Roberts is starting to fill his position now. Homer Hawk on the inside. Then behind those, Bon Billy Fella. Further back behind those, in third last placing of the main group, was Young Pointer. Jerawara on the inside of Sterling Kiwi. Here's a move from the back. Rossi's coming 3 wide with Mr. Roberts, and he's charging up towards the leaders. Forget about the other 2. Something About Mary and Adela's Dash. They're going around by themselves. Have a look at the lead time. 1:21.7. That is absolutely flying. They are on record for track record time at this stage. Opal Invasion in front. He leads by a long neck. In second placing on the outside, Mr. Roberts. And Dandon 1-1. Here comes the moves from the back. Young Pointer coming 3 wide. On the inside is Power of Kuma following the leader. Chinisian 3 back the inside, then Crown of Glory. Sterling Kiwi's getting a nice tack up into it. He's 3 wide on the back of Young Pointer. Behind those is Homer Hawk. He's 4 back the inside. Then in turn between runners, Keystone Johnny's been shuffled back. On the outside, Bon Billy Fella. And then at the tail end of the field is Jerawara. Something About Mary and Adela's Dash out of the race. First quarter covered in 31.2. Second quarter 31.3. 62.6 at 62.8 for the first half. 600 metres to go. In front, it's still Opal Invasion. On the outside, Mr. Roberts, Power of Kuma. And Dandon's had enough. He's going back through the field. Young Pointer's being tickled up. Around the outside, Sterling Kiwi and Crown of Glory trying to put it 4 and 5 wide. Chinisian can't get out. Around the outside, Bon Billy Fella winding up, but he's giving the lead a 20-metre start. But he is making ground. Mr. Roberts on the outside pokes his nose in front. Opal Invasion trying to kick back. It's still Mr. Roberts and Rossi Sugars. Opal Invasion's kicking back the little Blake on the inside. They're 15 metres clear of the others. Rossi had a look over. Mr. Roberts, it's his Trotters Cup. They're coming at him strongly, but he's home, Mr. Roberts. He walks to the line, but he wins by 3 metres. Crown of Glory second, Keystone Johnny third. Then Opal Invasion, Jerawara, Chinisian.
Racing beginning well.
Favourite here. This will be a great race, the Pacers Classic. It is 3:10 for number 1, Safari, and 6:30 for number 7, which is So Cool. 7:50 for number 4, Jackalon. So number 11, Dee Dee's Dream, is the tote favourite here. A pretty well-performed horse, as we know, Dee Dee's Dream, a Dow stayer. And I'll tell you what, it'll be very hard to beat here, number 11, Dee Dee's Dream, in this race coming up. Dee Dee's Dream, of course, will be driven by Aaron Dunn, and it's chasing its 10th successive win. Can you believe that? And let's just see what happens here tonight. 3:10 for number 1 and 6:50 number 7. Let's join Jimmy now for one of the classics on the night of racing at Globe Derby Park, race number 7, a 2003 Harness Racing International SA Pacers Derby. Let's go to South Australia and Jimmy Jakes.
Safari from the inside expected the lead. Brian Gath, master driver out in front. Anvil Raider will test it, so Albatross for the lead. They're fast beginners. Set to go for our derby. Jackalon, his half-sister Libra Jacka won earlier at Moonee Valley. Sloppy start outside the front away and racing. Albatross was fast away, 3 parts of a length clear. John's trying to cut across down to the inside. Safari kicks up, he's going to hold him out. Got awfully tight though, Safari leads away. Jackalon out wide, Anvil Raider made a mistake. DD's Dream away like a rocket. He's out 3 wide around the first turn and going forward. So Cool keeps the leaders back. No King in 6th placing. Rastus Khan 10 metres behind those. Anvil Raider's lost his chance. He's gone back to 3rd last. Just ahead of it was Franco Sequel, then Scruffy Murphy. Gee, they're going quick. The war's on. DD's Dream is taking on Safari. Safari's burnt early. DD's Dream couldn't get across him. We forgot about Awesome Albert. He's at the tail, giving the leader about 50 metre start. Action aplenty. So Cool pulling hard behind the leaders, trying to get off from the leaders back, but can't get out. Jackalon puts him in the pocket. He's 1 out and 1 back, but Safari leads away. Have a look at the lead time. 43.5. He does need a breather. Safari leads away. He's out in front by 4 metres. Second, DD's Dream. On the inside, So Cool is pulling too hard. Jackalon, he's got a beautiful set. He's 1 out and 1 back. No King on the inside, then Albatross. Rastus Khan on the outside of Scruffy Murphy. Franco Sequel coming 3 wide. No, thought about it. Yes, coming 3 wide now as the pace slackens off. Brian Gath is trying to give the leader a breather. Awesome Albert on the inside. And then behind those, 3 wide with the card up is Anvil Raider. Franco Sequel's getting up there cheaply. Jackalon is staying in following DD's Dream. First quarter 32. He needs a similar second quarter. Safari, he's first up from a spell and he's on track for a derby win. He leads away by 2 metres. DD's Dream is outside the leader. Franco Sequel out 3 wide. Oh, Jackalon went roughly. I think he's choked down So Cool. He's in trouble. He's out of the race. He's cleaned up No King, and also checked slightly there was Scruffy Murphy. I reckon he's choked down So Cool. That's the end of his derby, but it's not for DD's Dream. He powers to the lead down the back. They're coming at him though. Safari's going to hook off his back again. Jackalon out 3 wide. 4 wide is Franco Sequel. Safari couldn't get off the back of DD's Dream. Rastus Khan is running on for South Australia. He's behind them. He's ready to come 4 wide. Leaders have done work. DD's Dream in front. Franco Sequel 3 wide. Also there battling away was Jackalon and Rastus Khan down the outside. Franco Franco Sequel and DD's Dream. Franco Sequel. Jack Alon's kicking back. Franco Sequel in front. It's his derby. Franco Sequel first. Jack Alon second. DD's Dream third. Safari got going again for fourth. Rasta's Calm was fifth. Then Albatross, Scruffy Murphy. Behind those was Anvil Raider, No King. Pulled up last of the group was Awesome Albert. And So Cool choked down. He was pulled up out of the event.
Righty, well, there it is, 10 Franco Sequel in the big race of the night there from Globe Derby Park, race number 7. You wouldn't believe it, would you, eh? Karen Gath, eh? Karen Gath's done it again. She'll win everywhere. Jack Alon and DD's Dream. Congratulations to her, the best driver in the land. Now,
Reached black figures at all. He was a couple of rolls of the board shorter than that, and punters took that. He's back in, so I think the money will really come for him on the TAB Shortly Double Identity. I think he can hold the lead and win the race, so therefore Shaker Maker, I think, can hold his back. Shaker Maker will be hard to hold off at the end, especially if Joe Fess does look for the lead in the race, which of course he will, but I think that Shaker Maker will be the one running second at the end. Joe Fess to hold on for third, and Selby Bromack sitting 1-1. Look, basically, it may well turn out to be a very boring harness race in terms of a spectacle. Leader, death, leaders back and outside that, because I can't see any other horse putting pressure on Double Identity or Joe Fess if either of them finds the lead. 1, 7, 4, 2. Here's Rod.
Okay, Hilton, they're just about...
Maker's price by the looks of things on track there. By the looks of things, he was saying that it was a little overs on the tote there before compared to what it was on track. But this stage, it looks like it's been supported into odds on now. Shaker Maker at 450, Joe Fess at 460, Selby Bromack at 14 for Brian Hancock. It's a great race, this one. There's some stars in this as we head to Globe Derby for race 8.
Has been the best back to beat the favourite Joe Fess. Friends for Life at big odds, 72 and 750. Has been a place getter in this race before. Awesome Willsbro. Karen Gath. Will she win the Derby? Can she win the Smoke Free Cup? The draws against her of Awesome Willsbro. $34.60 and $4.60. That's big overs compared to downstairs. Shaker Maker, the defending champion. $4.50, $1.20. That reflects the odds downstairs. Qatari Jago at massive odds, 152 and 16. Manwara Maker, 36 and 460. And Jamestown, the draw has made it very hard for him, but his run last week at Geelong was absolutely sensational. He's at $31.50 and $4. Harry Martin at 62 years of age. He drives the favourite Double Identity, and it's going to be a speed burn for the lead for the 2003 SA Smoke Free Cup. They are starting to move up. Drivers are bringing their charges up towards a mobile barrier. And as usual, our magnificent crowd here at Globe Derby, when they see the green light, they'll give an almighty roar, because this is tradition here for our SA Cup, where the crowd get right behind the star performers that are out there. This is race number 8 on the program. Looks a very sloppy start at this stage. Double Identity, Selby Bromack, they're moving up. Joe Charles is up there. Have a look at this for a sloppy start. They are all over the place. Inside are moving up at the right time. Will we see the green light and will we hear the roar? Away they go in the Smoke Free Cup, and Double Identity is kicking up, and it looks like he's going to hold the lead. Selby Bromack outside the leader. Going forward is Joe Fess. He's going to work outside the leader. Shaker Maker is on the favourites back, and they grab hold straight away. Go Charles follows the 1-1. Qatari Jager is on the inside. He's 3 back. Then Manwara Maker. Behind those on the inside, Jamestown. Friends for Life is second last, and going back to the tail end of the field is Awesome Willsbro. Favourite out in front, Double Identity. He's being left alone. He leads away by 4 metres. Joe Fess facing the breeze on the inside. Shaker Maker, he's got a beautiful run, but he just needs a split at a vital stage. 1 out and 1 back is Selby Bromack. On the inside, 3 back, Qatari Jager. Then in turn behind those, Go Charles. Jamestown, 4 back the inside, taking the cheap way home. Then Manwara Maker, Friends for Life. And at the tail end of the field is Awesome Willsbro. I don't think we'll see a change in order now because we've got the favourite and the second favourite alongside of each other. They've got 1,800 metres to travel, and Harry had a look over the shoulder with Double Identity. He leads away at the winning post with 2 to go, and he's out in front by 3 metres. Joe Fess leaving him alone. Shaker Maker, he's getting a nice run on the leader's back. 1 out and 1 back is Selby Braymack. Qatari Jager, 3 back the inside, then Go Charles. Behind those, Jamestown. He's on the inside, 4 back. Then Mamwara Maker. Awesome Willsbro on the inside, and Friends for Life at the tail. Lead time 1:17.2. That's fairly solid. Could be a little bit quicker for this class. And out in front, it's the favourite Double Identity. He leads away by 3 metres, and they'll go around like this forever, I'd say. It's just going to be a dash home. In second placing, Joe Fess. Shaker Maker locked up. John Justice is praying for a split so he can get back-to-back wins. Selby Braymack, 1 out and 1 back. Brian Hancock hoping that they lift the tempo in front. Then Qatari Jager. Go Charles on his outside. Mamwara Maker is 4th last. He's on the outside of Jamestown. Then behind those on the inside in second last placing Awesome Willsbro, and Friends for Life is last of all. First quarter 30.4. They go past the winning post at the half mile. Double Identity leads away still by 1.5 metres to 2 metres. At his girth is Joe Fess. Shaker Maker on the inside. Selby Braymack 1-1. Then behind those is Qatari Jager. Go Charles, still no moves. Then Mamwara Maker on the inside behind those. Jamestown, they're going quickly now. Friends for Life past Awesome Willsbro. Double Identity in front. Joe Fess is still as his girth. 30.1 the second quarter. 60.5. Double Identity. He's travelling sweetly. Harry had a look over the shoulder. Joe Fess under pressure. Shaker Maker looks the only danger to the leader, and Harry's going to kick away. John's got a chance. Joe Fess has had enough. Selby Braymack coming to the outside. Harry said go Double. There's no mistaken identity. It's Double Identity. He's in front. Harry Martin, age shall not weary him. He gets better with age. Double Identity first. Shaker Maker second. Go Charles 12 metres away third. Then Selby Braymack. Joe Fess. Friends for Life. Mamwara Maker. Behind those Awesome Willsbro. Jamestown beat 1 home, and that was Qatari Jager.
He was giggling to himself 2 laps out, Harry Martin. We'll see whether we can see that again at some stage. But with 2 laps to go, Harry took over the look over the right shoulder and was giggling to himself. Double Identity, the best horse in the land. Now let's go to the Meadows, race 7.
Satan's got to the outside.
As far as a South Australian race caller from Sky, Hilton Donaldson, and it is a fantastic moment for him. Harry Martin in the gold and blue colours. Handshakes all round. And one of those handshakes will more than likely have a pretty fat check in it as well. We will now take you to a break and be right back with more on Sky.
On Denver